Hello, this is Jim, W8ZR, and I'm going to be demonstrating my StationPro II Master Station Controller. I'll begin the demonstration by showing how the StationPro can operate the vintage radios, in this case my collection of Collins rigs from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Here's my Collins station now. We're listening to the Sunday afternoon Collins Collector Association net on the 20-meter band. And you can see directly in front of the screen is a Collins transmitter and receiver, the KW, or rather the 32S3 and the 75S3C receiver. To the lower right of the Collins twins is a KWM380 transceiver from about 1980, and above that is a KWM1 transceiver from 1956. Now on the left here we'll see there are a couple of Collins amplifiers as well. The top amplifier is the Collins 30L1, and below it is the Collins 30S1, the floor mounted console. And actually on this station I have another amplifier as well hooked up, and that's shown over here, and that is a Drake L4B. So now I'm going to show how the StationPro can let one seamlessly transfer operation between these different radios. So the StationPro II is turned off right now, although the radios that it's connected to are powered up. But I'm going to turn on the StationPro II now. And immediately we hear the first station that was selected, which is the Collins S line, and that's what's indicated on the bottom line on the LCD display. When one powers up the StationPro, no amplifier is ever selected at power up, and that's why it says no amp, and that's done for safety reasons. Now to switch between the different radios, all I have to do is just throw one of the transceiver or transmitter receiver select switches here. So right now it's shown on the Collins S line, but there it is on the Collins KWM 380. It's tuned to the same frequency, a little bit of fading on the band. And there it is on the Collins KWM 1. And when I can go back and forth between them, and you can hear the different audio from the three radios. I'll switch them again here.
Hi, Stan. By the way, you got a nice signal into Houston this afternoon. Sounding good. Roger, you hit the pipeline, I believe that you're about.
Now, what's being switched when I throw those toggle switches, in this particular case, would be the microphones, the key, the amplifier, relay, and ALC control, the speaker, and the push-to-talk line, and that's about it. With a vintage radio station, there aren't a lot of control functions that have to be transferred. Now, to bring one of the amplifiers online, all I have to do is pick the amplifier that I want. Now, no amplifier has been selected initially, but when I first push this now it's selected the Collins 30S1. Now that's in line. There's the Collins 30L1, and there's the Drake L4B. So I'll go back to the Collins amplifiers here. We'll start with the 30L1. Now it's in line. So if I key up the transmitter, that amplifier will be operating. But often one wants to bypass an amplifier, and in the StationPro you just push the button a second time, the indicator light blinks, and the name of the amplifier on the LCD is replaced by the words amp bypass. So now I've got the 30L1 amplifier selected with the StationPro, and I'm going to key it up. I've switched over to a dummy load so I don't interfere with the Collins net, but now I'm going to key it up. Hello, test 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 W8ZR testing. Now I'm going to switch to the 30S1, and there's the 30S1 1 2 3 4 W8ZR testing. It's very easy to go back and forth. 30L1, 30S1. Here's another feature of the StationPro II that's very useful, and that's the swap feature from this toggle switch up here. Right now I have the Collins S line and the 30L1 amplifier tuned down into the CW part of the band. But if I want a different combination, I can just press swap, and it switches it now to the Collins KWM 380 and the 30S1 that are tuned still up on the Collins net. So the swap always just recalls the previous settings, and it makes it very easy to go back and forth between two different rigs for switching between sideband and CW, or between two different rigs on setup on even on two different bands. The elapsed time switch in the upper left here has a number of different features. The simplest one is just an ID timer. If I push it down, and you may be able to hear the internal speaker, although it'll probably be faint, but I'll push it once. Sends ID in Morse code when it turns on, and exactly 10 minutes from now it will send ID again, indicating that 10 minutes has elapsed. There's a little asterisk right here on the LCD that shows that the elapsed time indicator has been turned on. Now I can cancel it at any time by just pressing elapsed time again, and it sends K in Morse code. Now if I press the elapsed time button but hold it down for half a second, then it goes into a repeating mode, so I'll do that. Okay, now instead of an asterisk we have a pound sign, and now every 10 minutes it will send an ID reminder until it's turned off again. Now I'm going to have to turn everything off to show a third function of the elapsed time meter, so I'm going to just flip power off. Now when I turn the power on, if I hold the elapsed time button while I'm turning on the power, then it will show how many hours of station operation this particular StationPro II has been used for. So I'll turn that on, and so take a look at the screen now when I power it up. So this particular StationPro has been on 1,242 hours and 0 minutes, and now it's initializing, shows the revision date of the software, and now it comes back up to the Collins S line, since that was the rig that was previously on. I can hit the swap switch, and it changes to the Collins transceiver, but the amp is still offline because an amplifier is never selected at power up. Here's the StationPro II now controlling a contemporary station, and in this case it's an Elecraft K3 transceiver, which is still tuned to the Collins Collector Association net on 20 meters, and then below it is an ICOM IC7700, and which it's tuned to a packet station. So to switch back and forth, we do it exactly the same way we did with the vintage rig before. So now I'll switch over to the ICOM. Now you'll have to take my word that I'm actually decoding packet, and there's a computer screen now that's showing the packet transmission. But now we'll go back to the Collins net. And in each case, with this rig, I've got a homebrew 8877 amplifier in line, but I can switch in other amplifiers by pushing the appropriate amp select switch. So basically, the function with a contemporary station is exactly the same as with a boat anchor or vintage station, but there's actually a lot more going on inside the StationPro. In addition to switching all the RF to and from transceivers and amplifiers, and connecting antennas up automatically to the selected devices, and switching the speaker, in this case a speaker left and a speaker right, one of two different microphones, or push to talk and a foot switch. Now we're also switching the packet RTTY connections from a TNC, the stereo line out, ports on the back of each radio, the mono line in, computer serial port. All told, the StationPro can accommodate up to 24 different control functions, including several spares, so that the users can configure it however they choose for their particular station. So the StationPro was designed to be as versatile as possible and to be able to accommodate rigs of virtually any age and complexity. So that completes the tour. Thank you for watching.